Many people in Ghana have had bad experience at the hand of a nurse, midwife, or other health workers. Many of these cases change the lives of the victims for the better or worse.
Promise basically is ensuring that we offer care to pregnant women and their babies, and also involve the families and the community as best as we can. And one of the things that we did was to have what we call the promise drivers. Okay. You know, we've always talked about the 3 delays that contribute to maternal death, that contribute to child death. The delay in the person seeking care, the delay in getting to the health facility, and the delay in giving the care when they have gotten to the health facility. So the pregnancy school is an opportunity for you to learn about pregnancy, for you to ask questions, and if you've heard anything, you also, and then it also affords the midwives to know their clients better.
You notice the woman was sitting by me today.
Yes, the one who has 7.
Yes, she was in a, you looked at her face and it's like, I want to go. And I said, oh, why would I? Said I've delivered 7. So to 6, he said 7, 1 is dead. So to where I have the experience. And this woman will not be more than 35 years old. So there's this concept that I've done it, what can kill me? And then there's another thing that they say that when you go to CS, you're not a woman. You are not brave.
Oh, really?
Exactly, you have to push the baby out yourself. But when you show the video to them, or you show the dummy to them, or you do real illustration, for like if a pin drops, a needle drops, you will hear.
There was a time when we realized that a lot of the pregnant women started reporting on they were coming bleeding. Like this woman was referred here. They're coming bleeding. So you take the history and you realize that it's postcoital bleeding. Postcoital bleeding means bleeding after sexual intercourse. Okay. So the woman is pregnant and the man, they've had sex and she's bleeding. And then we talked to the men. It was like, when you have sex with a woman and she's bleeding, then it means you are a man. Oh, it shows the power of your. Oh, it's all right. I understand how you just felt about it. It shows the power of your manhood. It means that you are very, very strong.
The Shai Osuluku district also embarks on home visits to bring maternal and child health care to the doorstep of the people. Today, the first port of call for the home visit team is Abuviepong, which is a locality in the district. Those here are predominantly Fulani herdsmen and their families. Most of them cannot speak the local language, and so the community health nurses depend on this woman who is partially fluent in the Twi language and serves as a volunteer and interpreter for the team. Let's join the class for a lesson on nutrition.
Protective near the vegetables. And then I'm who I have. Me pacha den. Amani. Mo hu bi da na. Ebi wo mu fie. Mo kodwo mu a mo hu. Yo, internet is a when mo yen na e betumi atobi ana. Okay. Obi sam enti we right your types ahin. Mienu. Ba ko fi. Animal, emua, ana ba ko so fi Indriaba. Enti the other tray na yeden enam de yo. Me pa cha de ni.
Exactly.
And also a protein for no. And also a plant protein. Your animal protein and your plant protein. And then also who are beans. Into beans, so you're there a protein. Into I say a protein. I say now protein the air and say and then my end any
you who read and a decaying. Let's say, aha, I would not know now better. I walk you say, Moon, I was at Tarin Che say. I was at Tarin Che say. Well, in Che say, and I say, oh, I would be anymore. Now, I bet Tarry and then they decay sana colana. Who started you know who fear would be any penamoja started too. And they serious pa.
The students will not miss the opportunity to ask questions on sex positions in the last trimester.
Some ben na unya betimi no kun have sex. Na afen so tam style ben so na betimi eyi a enfete akra na wo yem.
So se banisa ubeda u different social man because you to mean that ya nti e ba sa na wada ha kakra man u bra ha nso a na fe su wada ha kakra ayade men na se oda esa se uda uni fa so nti na esa wa putu na eden aman na asidi
or say over to me at that sideways. I inside saying chemo say na be man na de order wechi. Wahu na we puto. O person to me ma on aso kakra na kwan na da wechi. Na be man de afa ha boko. Or the we mattress no pillows atoso. Enti obane tina so a na ordene nine obane nine ato ha say. Na be man da obane nim no akuto in a way a any bibia beko internet just obu ne kakran and also a koboko be pa cha ya ti ase wo wie so a so when to me anya sa so a wo ba no to me butu se butu de obetumi butu mpa no so enti butu mpa no so a ekwan ne be bie wo ekire enti be ma ne da hye wechi o me nka so de na hye wechi o da wechi no so boko no de fa ho kakran be pa cha ma answer wo question na ma.
The class and nurses credit one couple for a freer and interesting discussion on sex in the class during their time. Coincidentally, Philip and Emilia are visiting the facility today on a different mission.
Hey! Hello, you are welcome. Today, what and down in the Amia. Oh no, Tres, one say mano. One say make a sex position be say we papa be try. Oh no, that time man here him. And no bet try to see I two sex position. They say, yeah, the Nadine I two sex position. Opinion sex position.
After 2 hours, the class is over for the day. It's another day and we have closed from the pregnancy school. I came to class to learn few things and I've learned so much more than I can ever pay for. So the most important thing is the information given out to these pregnant women to empower them to make the right decisions and to ensure that they have safe delivery.
It has helped me a lot because I have learned so many things. How you have to eat and how you have to sleep, how to excuse me to say, to have sex with your husband when you are in your 9 month or any time.
The benefits of the pregnancy school are telling. At least now, some misconceptions and fears of cesarean section have been culled.
You notice the woman was sitting by me today.
Yes, the one who has 7.
Yes, she was in a, you looked at her face and it's like, I want to go. And I said, oh, why would I said I've delivered 7. So to 6, he said 7, 1 is dead. So to where I have the experience. And this woman will not be more than 35 years old. So there's this concept that I've done it, what can kill me?
Yeah.
But this woman is a woman who's had more than 5.
You check the records.
Exactly. So there are other complications when you have multiple deliveries.
Easing labor pains. The second part is today. It's rated 16, by the way. If you're below,
It's rated
don't
16?
even go there.
So my 9-year-old can watch.
Roland.
It's rated 16.
Roland.
What's in there?
Salasi Kyra wants me to put you in check.
All right.
But Martha Kansel Aqua, she's a producer of this documentary, Erasing Labor Pains. She's joined us. Good morning.
Can we erase labor pains?
I
We can
know
just ease it.
you have done it.
Yes, we can ease it.
You have done it 3
Yeah.
times. So you tell us, what was your motivation for this story? Are you going again?
No. No. Roland, no, I'm not going.
I'm very
again.
suspicious.
So easing
Don't
labor
speak.
Really
pains.
story. The last time you did such a story, you did this.
Really?
Oh, I don't know. Okay. but for all the things that we talk about, if you go to the UNICEF website, you get to see that for sub-Saharan Africa, under 5 mortality is one of the fatal periods by which, if you look at the statistics, doesn't help in the growth of children within that very category. How well are we doing in terms of how we help to improve labor, and especially the women who get into labor in our hospitals?
I thought we weren't doing enough until I started speaking with stakeholders. I called them, and then they told me the interventions they are putting in place and how it is helping. Then I realized, okay, they are doing so much, but it's not reflecting yet, because we are, let's say we are at the extreme. So coming back to where you actually see the results is going to take some time. So for instance, if you have, for instance, the Shai Osudoku area, they've not recorded any maternal mortality yet for this year at all.
That's the first quarter.
The first quarter, they have not. Previously, they were recording so much at the hospital, and even for those who go to traditional birth attendants and all that. But now they've been able to bring all of them together. So if it happens at the TBA, you get to know about it, and you know that it's not a lost statistic. You can work on that one. But so far, when they started taking women, for instance, through the process of knowing what is wrong with their body, what is right with their body, they have come to understand that when I have a swollen feet, it doesn't mean I'm going to have a baby boy or I'm going to have twins. It means I have a problem. So I need to go to the hospital. If you wake up and you see blood after sex, it doesn't mean your husband is man enough.
He's powerful.
Is powerful, is man enough, and he can push and penetrate deeper. And that's why you see that there's something wrong. It's called postcoital bleeding. So you need to go to the hospital. It may have affected the pregnancy. So some of these things they know now. So they understand their body, and they know kick counts. So if my baby kicks 30 times in a day, and this day I've not heard the baby kick 20 times, it means there's something wrong. I should feel my baby active. Then quickly they go to the hospital. And so when they go to the hospital, they know, they understand that there's a problem before they get there. They are not now coming to ask you what the problem is. So there are interventions in place, and like Dr. Vanotu will say, we have done so much. It will take time for you to see the results. It won't change now.
I like the fact that they're taking the activities that would usually happen in the hospital to the communities, to the individual homes, and giving one-on-one tuition, if you like. Do they pay for those services?
No, they don't pay anything. What happens is Dr. Efo Asante, that's the district health director, said they realize the people are not coming. Most of them are farmers, and this is just Dodua. They don't come to the hospital, so they have to design a tailor-made healthcare system for them. So they go to their homes at their convenience, because it's come to the point that you don't want to record any mortality, whether it's child, infant, maternal. You don't want to record it, but they don't see it as you're doing it for them.
they'll be at home. If you need me, come. So they go home and they give them family planning care at home, infant care at home, all that you need. So when they know that you won't go to farm on Wednesday, that's the day they come home. And they come and visit you and talk to you to the point that you feel like, okay, now I have to go to the facility. So it's working for them, but someone is paying the price for it. You have the community health nurses who walk very long distances because the area is sparsely populated. So you have one building here, you have to walk miles to find another one somewhere. And yet they move from house to house. Sometimes when they get there, they go and park their vehicle. Sometimes they rent a taxi. They don't get anybody coming. So they have to go from house to house, call all of them and bring them under a tree and give them the counseling they need.
But, you know, in doing this story and following through, going to all the places that you've been to, what's that one message that you thought the people could learn from watching the series?
If you have knowledge, you do the right thing. If you don't have the knowledge, you take too many things for granted. Because if you see these women sitting together and just educating themselves on what to do and what not to do, you see that some of them are illiterates, but they know what is good for them. And if they understand it, you have saved one mother, and that is going to save a household. So if she goes home, she's going to pass on the knowledge. And it's amazing how they do all that. And the dedication, I don't understand. You think they are on a different payroll, the health staff there. It looks like they're on a different payroll because if, for instance, a midwife has a pregnant woman come and a pregnant woman goes like, I don't want to lie down and push. I want to squat. And they do that a lot in that area. They don't want to lie down and push the baby the conventional way. They want to squat or hold something as a support. The midwife will avail herself. And I saw one young, tiny one, and if you look at how she does it, they hold her and they push. So they squat, she will also squat. So she goes in labor and they push together until they deliver. They have waiting rooms so that if your house is very far, you don't need to go into labor before you come. Few days to the time when you start seeing signs, you pack your things, you go there, you're not paying anything, you're just going to sleep there and be close to the midwife. So that when it's time, and the midwife lives on the same compound, you just call out to her and she comes and you deliver. Because they have bad roads, so if you say go into labor and come, there are no vehicles there, they sit on Okada, motorbikes. So moving from your home,
a pregnant woman who is in labor to sit on Okada.
Moving from your home to that place could be the end of the baby or the mother. So why not come and stay with us? When you deliver, then you go back home.
Amazing.
And it works for them. So they have.
It seemed to me as though you're not only highlighting in terms of the education what people could learn, but also telling the story of these midwives and house or hospital assistants who do a lot for these people.
They do a lot. And they have decided to take the problem as their own and solve it. So you have a midwife who has started a teen club because teenage pregnancy is also high there. She doesn't want them to get pregnant to come to her to deliver. So she has a teen club. They should all come there every Saturday and come and learn. So she's giving them education outside the classroom. So they come there, learn how to use cutlery, watch movies, have organized games, and then talk about themselves. Young ladies, just between 9 and 15. Every Saturday, they go there, they sit together, they do all that just to keep them away. And if you talk to them, some of them will tell you, yes, because I've been coming here, men approach me and I tell them I have a future. And so I'm not going to do anything bad this time around. So it's a holistic approach to the problem, and it's really helping those who are in that area.
So we see part 2 of the continuation of yesterday today.
Yes, labor pains, and that is 16. Somebody will say 16 proper for today. Yesterday it was portions of it, but today you get graphic illustration. as to how certain things happen. So
Okay.
Yeah.
6:30, yeah?
Yes,
This is a
6:30.
4-part series, by the way.
Yes, so the
yeah.
3
16s below, they don't watch TV at 6:30.
Roland.
I'm just worried.
3 and 4 will show next week. So tonight you get 2 of easing labor pains.
All right. If you watched yesterday's and you want to give us feedback, please feel free to. And I would encourage that you also send feedback on what you see at 6:30 this evening right here on Joy News. If you've got a pregnant wife, please, all of you, sit down and watch, because one of the big issues is sex during pregnancy, and I know that there are a lot of techniques that will be shared in this one, so you have no excuse. Martha, congratulations on this.
Thank you.
We thank you for sharing bits of what will be shown at 6:30 today for us. We're fortunate.
Martha, thank
Thanks
you.
a lot.
Did you
Thank
share the
you.
sex bit in the series?
Stay with us. We've got talk coming your way, but there's somebody asking a question. Mama Enroll, do you have dreams of being politicians? Akoto Razak in Tamale. You asked the question. Yes, you asked the question.
Yeah.
The real politicians are in the studio right after this, so stay with us.